Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Cody Johnson with news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, January 14th. Tonight we report on an Edmonds man who fell to his death near Coulee City, and how a man was arrested for DUI after hitting a deputy's patrol car. We look at an ambitious 13-year-old Mattawa teen seeking to become an Eagle Scout, and how state lawmakers returned to Olympia to address a $1 billion shortfall for the 2013-14 budget. In sports, we take another look at the last Seahawks game of the season. Our spotlight story tonight is about the life of American bullfighters, and we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story, a 60-year-old man died yesterday after falling from a climbing area about 9 miles north of Coulee City. Grant County Emergency Services responded to a popular climbing and hiking area along State Route 155. Edmonds man Robert Prosser was reportedly hiking along a small trail with a friend when he fell about 150 feet. According to Grant County Sheriff's Office, Prosser died at the scene. There is no suspicion of foul play or equipment failure. Piece by piece, a 70-year-old Quonset hut is being taken down at the Port of Moses Lake and shipped to Everett. Here with the story is Ryan Lancaster.
A 70-year-old Quonset hut is being moved in pieces from the Port of Moses Lake to an Everett Air Museum. Built in 1942 for use by the Army Air Corps, the structure now stands in the way of an incoming port tenant, an aircraft maintenance and repair company that needs space to traffic aircraft to and from an adjacent hangar. Port of Moses Lake Executive Director Pat Jones says in light of the Quonset hut's history, he didn't want it to be cut up for the scrap heap.
It's got some important historical value, so we looked for someone who might be willing to preserve it for historic purposes, or at least put it to continued use.
Jones soon found an interested buyer. Based at Everett's Payne Field, the Historic Flight Foundation is dedicated to the collection and restoration of historic aircraft.
They're taking it down in pieces, they're marking the pieces, they're going to load it onto trucks and transport it over to Everett via trucks.
The foundation hired Moses Lake Superior Structures to disassemble and move the Quonset beginning last week. After it's reassembled in Everett, Jones says the Quonset hut will stage a B-52 bomber and a DC-3 Pan Am passenger plane.
It's going to have a great future use, protecting these vintage aircraft and allowing the public to view them.
The new Port of Moses Lake tenant, Aviation Technical Services, is set to begin operations later this month. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Ryan Lancaster reporting.
A Moses Lake man was arrested Sunday for driving under the influence after reportedly hitting a sheriff's vehicle north of Moses Lake. Anthony Castro, a 30-year-old Moses Lake man, was reportedly driving a 1990 Dodge pickup in the 1000 block of Lowry Street at about 6:30 p.m. A Grant County Sheriff's Patrol deputy said he saw a truck approach him in the wrong lane of traffic at a high rate of speed. The deputy reportedly slowed down and tried to evade the truck, which hit the front right bumper. Following an investigation by the Washington State Patrol, Castro was arrested for DUI. There were no injuries reported. At just 13 years of age, Mattawa's Brennan Zerker is determined to achieve the highest rank attainable in the Boy Scout program. According to Boy Scouts of America, only 2% of all Boy Scouts ever make it to Eagle Scout, which necessitates earning at least 21 merit badges. Zerker recently completed his Eagle Scout project and has just one merit badge left to complete to earn the top rank, according to Mattawa Area News. If Zerker makes the Eagle Scout by February, he'll be among the youngest Eagle Scouts in the program's history. In 2010, a 12-year-old South Carolina boy became the youngest to make Eagle Scout. Other notables to achieve the prestigious position include former U.S. President Gerald Ford, astronaut Neil Armstrong, and film director Steven Spielberg. Wilmer Guerrero was found guilty of assault in the second degree Friday following a 3-day trial in Grant County Superior Court. The 20-year-old Royal City man was convicted after entering a plea of not guilty regarding an October 29th assault on his 17-year-old girlfriend that reportedly left her with severe head wounds. Grant County prosecutor Angus Lee said the state showed Guerrero perpetrated a significant and brutal act of domestic violence on the mother of his child. Guerrero reportedly has prior convictions for assault, DUI, resisting arrest, attempting to elude police, transferring or tampering with a witness, driving with a suspended license, malicious mischief, residential burglary, theft, and taking a motor vehicle without permission. For more information on this story, you can visit us online at iFIBER1.com. On the lighter side, the Seattle Mariner fans can meet some players, broadcasters, and the Mariner Moose tomorrow at Big Bend Community College. The Mariners Caravan is coming to Big Bend's Wallenstein Theater from 4:15 to 5:45 p.m. to answer questions, sign autographs, and take photos with fans of all ages. All attendees will receive an autographed picture and be eligible to win prizes from the Mariners team store. Single game tickets for the 2013 Mariners season go on sale March 16th. For more information, you can visit mariners.com. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER 1 Weather Center, and we'll have sports and more news.